Oakley dokley. All right. We are live and we're gonna do some yoga. Plugged in. I guess I'll get a little closer. Oops. Just poured coffee all over the place. Okay. Let's maybe not spill coffee all over the place. Glad I'm live for this, guys. Okay. So we are going to do a little bit of a slower flow today for a stretch and move class. Breaking things down, just moving, finding what feels good. So as always, listen to your body and go ahead and lie down on your mats. We're going to start in Shavasana. Okay. So we're going to start in Shavasana as we usually start. Lying down on our backs. And starting to tune into your body. Lying down on your backs. Whatever is comfortable for you. And we're going to, if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. And maybe put one hand on your belly and one hand in your chest. Close your eyes here and just notice your breath. Notice if it's more on the belly or more on the chest. And we're going to start breathing first into the belly and then expanding it up through the chest. So this is sort of known as the 3-part breath, where you fill your belly, your chest, and then all the way up to the collarbones. Some people say it's the belly, and then the abdomen, upper abdomen, and then the chest. As long as you're breathing in deeply, you're doing it right. So, one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, and start to breathe into the belly. And then start to breathe into the chest. Filling all the way up, and then letting the breath out in the reverse. First, releasing the chest down, and then finally releasing the belly down. So we're going to do that a couple times. Take your time, breathing in first to your belly, then to your chest. Take a moment here at the top of the breath to hold in, and then release through the chest, down into the belly. Inhale to the belly, filling all the way up to the chest. Releasing first to the chest, and then the belly. Do this a couple times on your own breath. Inhale fully. Holding. And exhale. Inhale fully. And exhale. Last one. Inhale fully. And exhale. release your hands. Maybe reach them up alongside your ears. Opposite of your feet, stretching long. We're going to try to keep that deep belly breathing, filling up the entire body, all your lung space, your belly and your chest. Throughout the practice, go ahead and bend your knees. The soles of your feet touch the ground. And then start to bring your knees to your chest, hugging them in, maybe rocking side to side. And then let your knees fall over to the left, making sure that your right shoulder stays onto the ground. Reach your right arm long. You can reach your left arm long or grab onto your right knee. Breathe in here into a gentle spinal twist. Keeping both shoulders on the ground. Finding that big belly breath again. And on your next inhale, gently bring your knees back through center, giving them another little gentle hug, and then letting them fall over to the right. Keeping your shoulders both on the ground, reaching your left arm long. Finding that breath, full, deep inhales and long exhales. And then your next inhale, bring your knees to your chest. And hug them in. And start to slowly rock and roll up and down your spine. And then coming up to seated, keeping your knees bent and your feet on the ground, or reaching your legs long out in front of you. We're going to do a type of more of a Pilates move to wake up the core this morning. So you can round through your lower back slightly as you sort of lean back and find your tailbone. And once you're there, it could be 45-degree angle with your body here, holding, and then bringing your hands together at your sternum, sort of at your chest. Elbow to the mat behind you, and just give it a little touch. And then come back through center. Try not to come up much with your chest, keeping your chest low and back behind you. Go ahead and reach your right elbow to the mat behind you, and then coming back through center. Keeping your legs engaged. Try not to move your body much at all besides twisting your left elbow down as you exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist your right elbow down. Inhale through center, reach your chest up to the sky. As you exhale your left elbow down. Inhale through center, and your right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. Last time. Inhale center. Exhale right. Go ahead and come all the way up to seated. Bring across your ankles and your shins and come on up into Sukhasana. Sitting up tall in your Sukhasana position, take a moment here to recenter. Stacking your shoulders over your hips. And then go ahead and reach your hands down by your sides. We're gonna do some lateral stretches, so go ahead and reach that right arm out, palm face up, and then maybe bring that arm in line with your ear, shoulders fall down your back, and reach that arm over more towards the left side of the room if you'd like. If you'd like to walk your left fingers towards the left, maybe placing that elbow on the ground, or just staying propped up, being gentle for the first time. One more breath here. On your next inhale, come up through center, drop that right hand down, start to bring that left palm face up, arm comes up in line with your ear, reaching your shoulders down your back, and start to reach that left arm towards the right, maybe walking those right fingertips over to the right. Nice lateral stretch. Try and peel your chest up to the sky. One more breath. Inhale, come through center, fingertips both on the ground. Reaching those right arm, right hand up, palm face up, arm in line with your ear. Walking those left fingertips out, reaching that right arm to the left. Maybe this time you can plant that left elbow. Get a nice deep lateral stretch, but make sure you're expanding through your chest. Look up under your right arm if it's okay with your neck, and try to peel your chest up to the sky. One more breath. And then the next inhale, come on back up. Inhale that left arm up, palm face up as you bring it up in line with your ear, walking the right fingertips over to the right, maybe planting that elbow this time, reaching that left arm up above you, looking underneath of your right arm, and trying to peel that chest towards the sky. One more breath here. Inhale, back through center. And we're going to do that a few more times with the breath. And inhale your right arm up through center, but not going as deep as you would. And then exhale, reach that arm out in front of you, and then spin your chest to the ground. Maybe bring your left arm up here, planting your right as you then swing over to the left. Take a breath here, and then bring your chest down, torso down, left arm parallel to the ground, bringing your right arm in line with your ear, and circling it over. We'll do this a few times with your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, chest down, left arm comes in line with your ear, coming over to the lateral stretch of the left side. Inhale here. Exhale, chest down. Sweep your left arm to the ground, right arm in line with your ear, and circle your chest up to the sky. Exhale, forward, left arm reaches out. Inhale. Left side stretch. A few more at your own pace. Exhale forward. Inhale to the right side stretch. Exhale forward. Inhale, left side stretch. One more each side. Exhale forward. Inhale, right side stretch. Exhale forward. Inhale, left side stretch. And then come full back through, forward, chest down, peel your chest up with a long spine. And maybe start to walk your fingertips out in front of you, waking up your hips here. Reaching that chest forward through the arms so that you have a long spine, maybe walking your fingertips out more. Start to walk your hands in. And then roll over the knees to come up into a tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. And take a moment to sort of circle your torso around your wrists. Maybe fanning your fingers out to the sides. Maybe circling around that. Maybe circle your hands around so that your fingers point towards your knees. Getting a nice stretch through the forearms and the wrists there. Maybe turning your palms face. Maybe circle your torso around your wrists here. And then flip your palms so that your hands plant on the ground, stacking your shoulders over your wrists again for your tabletop position. Broadening through the collarbones here, finding a long spine. We're going to go through a few rounds of cat-cow. Broadening across the collarbone as you inhale, reach your chest through your arms, and your tailbone reach up to the sky. And then exhale, round your back to the sky for your cat. Inhale, cow, chest through the arms, tailbone up. Exhale, cat, round your back to the sky. Last time like this. Inhale, chest through your arms, tailbone to the sky. Exhale, bring your back to the sky. Inhale back through center. We're going to keep doing that, but we're going to expand the movement. So walk your knees back so that your knees are no longer stacked under your hips, but they're behind your hips. Making sure that your legs stay hips width distance and the tops of your feet are glued to the mat. And we're going to start to inhale, chest forward, maybe hips forward for a little bit of a cobra pose here, making sure that you're supporting your lower back with your abdominal muscles, expanding your chest, inhale, and then exhale. You can sit your hips all the way back to child's pose if you like. Finding your breath with your movement. Inhale, peel your chest forward, maybe your hips forward. Exhale, dome your back to the sky as you sit your hips back. A few more at your own pace. Inhale, chest forward, hips forward, reach up. Exhale, dome your back to the sky through child's pose. Last time. Inhale, chest forward, reach forward. Exhale, back through child's pose. And sit back all the way. Get comfortable for a moment here. Maybe releasing your elbows to the ground. And then start to reach your fingertips toward the front of your mat, pressing into the palms of your hands into the ground to reach your elbows off the mat. Spin your inner upper arms towards your ears, so you're spinning your elbow pits towards the sky to release your shoulders away from your ears. You can start to look forward, start to reach your hips up, tuck the toes under, and sit up and back into your downward facing dog. Take a moment of stillness here, find a wide dog. You can bring your feet hips width distance or even wider. Keep a nice generous bend in the knees. Keeping those elbow pits reaching towards each other or towards the wall in front of you to release those shoulders away from your ears. Reaching your hips actively up and back. And then paddle the feet if you'd like, add some movement. crack and pop here. Come back to stillness. Go ahead and walk your hands back towards your feet. Keeping your feet hips width distance. If you want to bring them to touch, then that's okay too. Keeping a generous bend in the knees. We're going to come into a nice ragdoll forward fold. Grabbing opposite elbows behind the knees this time. And seeing if we can sort of hug our chest in towards our knees, bringing the belly to the thigh, keeping that connection glued. And if you'd like to start reaching your legs straight, you can. Letting your head hang heavy. Shake it yes, shake it no. Maybe tucking your chin in and getting a nice neck, back of the neck stretch. Breathing here, full belly in. Exhale, let it go. Release your hands to the ground. Go ahead and roll, stacking one vertebrae at a time to come up to standing. Head floating on top of the rest of your spine. Reaching your arms down by your sides, feet hips width distance, or toes touch. Running through the collarbones and reaching your elbow pits towards the front of the room. Palms face the front of the room or towards your midline. And feel that movement when you turn your palms towards the back of the room and you let your elbow pits face in. You can feel that sort of collapse of your chest and your shoulders fall inward. And then palms face the front of the room, elbow pits towards the front of the room and broadening across that chest. You can do that a couple times with your breath, sort of a cat-cow. Exhale, go ahead and round through that shoulders. Inhale, spin your palms face forward, and broaden across the chest. And come back through center. In your Tadasana here, press into your feet to activate the legs, releasing your butt muscles and reaching your lower ribs and your hip bones closer together, broadening through the chest. Try to reach your sternum up to the sky. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. Bend at the knees, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Halfway lift. Inhale, long spine, fingertips to the outer edges of your shins. And then exhale, walk your hands forward, holding up plank position. Plank here, knees up or down. Elbows bend back through chaturanga, or your half plank. And then exhale, release your belly down to the ground. Tops of your feet are hips width distance and pressing into the ground as you walk your fingertips back in line with the nipples. Inhale, start to reach those shoulders back. Peel that chest up for a low cobra. Inhale here. And then exhale, shifting your hips up and back through a child's pose, tucking the toes under and reaching your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Pressing all of your fingers into the ground in your downward facing dog here. Reaching those hips up and back. Look forward at your hands and start to slowly walk your feet to your hands. See if you can't get your heel to touch before your toes. Stretching out those hamstrings. Halfway lift here. Inhale, chest up, fingertips to the outer edges of your shins. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, bending at the knees, bring your arms out as you come up to standing. Arms all the way up, maybe in line with your ears, maybe out in front of your face slightly. Bring your hands through center, standing in Tadasana. I'm going to flow through that again. I'm going to offer more intense poses, but stick with what works for you. Inhale, arms up, overhead. Exhale, arms out to the side, hinge at your hips, long spine to fold. Inhale, half lift. You can stay low, fingertips on the ground. And you exhale, step back to plank or jump into chaturanga. Knees bend as you land your feet back, or elbows bent. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Just the tops of your feet and your hands pressing into the ground. And then exhale, shift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Big belly inhale. Exhale, let it go. Look forward at your hands. Walk forward or bend your knees. And hop your feet to your hands. Inhale for that half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to standing. Arms up overhead, long spine. And then exhale through Tadasana. Arms by your sides. Bring your toes to touch your heels slightly apart. We're going to sit back into our Utkatasana. Bring your hands to your hips to start. Making sure the weight is in the heels. Bring the fingers, toes off the ground. I don't know why I said fingers there. Your finger toes off the ground. Reaching your chest forward as you sit back. Inhale your arms in line with your ears. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, fingertips up or down. If they're down, bend at the knees to step back to plank or jump back directly into chaturanga, elbows bent 90 degrees. Inhale to low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring that right knee into your chest, planting the right foot in between your arms. Bringing the left foot in slightly and out to the left, planting your left foot at a 45-degree angle. Heel to heel alignment here, or a little bit wider is fine. Bending in that front right knee, trying to stack the knee over the ankle as we inhale, arms up in line with our ears for warrior one. Holding here in warrior one, maybe touching your palms and bringing your palms slightly in front of your face. Excuse me. Staying strong in the legs. Bring your chest up. Finding your breath here. Fully inhale and expand. Exhale, let it go. One more inhale. And then exhale, plant your hands on either side of your right foot. Stepping back through a plank. Bending the elbows directly back towards your hips. 90-degree angle. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your left knee into your chest. Other side now. Bring it in between your hands. Making sure that that knee stays within both arms. Bringing that right foot in slightly, spinning the heel down to plant the entire sole of your foot onto the ground at a 45-degree angle. Bending your left knee, stacking it over your left ankle, broadening through your chest. As you inhale your arms up, your chest up, come up right here. And holding, bending into that front left knee, engaging, pressing into that back right leg to make sure your chest is facing forward. Maybe palms touch. Hands in front of your face slightly here. Finding that inhale, deep breath. And exhale, release. And your next exhale, release your hands back to the ground, either side of that left foot. Stepping back through plank, and you can flow through your version of your vinyasa, or just sitting your hips back into downward facing dog. Shifting forward, exhaling, bending the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. That's the vinyasa style flow through. And if you don't want to do this, that's fine. You can always just come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Step, walk, or float to your feet, to your hands. Bring your toes to touch. Heels slightly apart. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming up to standing. Bend at the knees, long spine, arms up. In line with your ears. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Towards the ground. Bring your hands to your hips. Weight in the heels. Sit back into your chair pose. Inhale, arms in line with your ears. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips up to your shins, or keeping them low. Long spine. And then as you exhale, step back to plank, down dog, or flow through your version of your chaturanga, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Bring that right knee into your chest, planting the right foot in between your palms. Bringing that left toes in slightly, planting the heel to the ground, 45-degree angle. Bending that right knee, stacking it over the ankle. Bringing your arms up, torso upright for your warrior one position. Holding your warrior one here, or bringing your palms to touch overhead. And then start to bend the elbows. Let's see if you can bring your upper arms parallel to the ground, gluing your palms and your forearms together, finding a stretch through the back shoulders. Keeping the legs strong here, right knee bent over the right ankle, left leg straight and strong. Inhale here, maybe reaching your fingertips up. Breathing here, finding your deep belly inhales and your full exhales. Go ahead and release your hands towards your sides. And maybe interlace your fingers behind you. We're going to come into a humble warrior, where we inhale our torso upright and keeping a long spine. and the heels of our hands together. Start to shift your weight forward as your torso folds inside of that right knee. Maybe bringing those arms off your sacrum. Maybe straightening the arms up overhead, keeping the heels of the hands together. Trying to bring both shoulders inside of that right knee. But make sure you still tuck that right hip underneath of you. So your torso is still facing towards center, towards the front of the room, as you let it start to face towards the ground. Holding here. Inhale back through center, holding your warrior one, full expression of your version. Pressing your palms together overhead if you'd like. Inhale here, and exhale. Plant the hand on either side of your right foot. Step back into down dog or flow through your version of chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale. Bringing that left knee into your chest, planting that left foot onto the ground, bringing those right toes in slightly, planting the heel, bending that front left knee, stacking it over the ankle. Inhale, arms up, chest up, come upright. Holding here for a breath. Bending through your front left knee, weight in the heel as you press your right leg back, facing your torso to the front of the room. Maybe palms touch overhead. Maybe bring that in front of your face slightly. Breathing here. Warrior one. Maybe start to bring your palms down as you start to glue your forearms together, upper arms parallel to the ground, pressing your palms and forearms together, keeping your legs strong here in your warrior one. Broadening through the back body here. Go ahead and release your hands to your sides and bring your hands together behind your back. Interlacing your fingers the awkward way, the opposite way that you did it the first time. Inhale, reach your knuckles down to that back right leg, reaching your chest forward. As we start to hinge at the hips, bring our chest inside of that left thigh, maybe reaching those arms back, maybe up and back behind us, keeping the heels of the hands together, keeping our legs strong here, making sure our left hip is in line with our left knee here. Humble warrior. Be humble to it. Let it take whatever shape it needs to. Your next inhale. Bring the knuckles to your hips and come upright. Warrior one. Last time. Arms up above our heads. And then exhale, plant your hands on either side of your left foot. Step back to a plank. Your version, sitting back into downward facing dog or flowing through. Exhale, chaturanga low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, shifting up and back to downward facing dog. Planting the knees onto the ground, sitting back on your heels, sitting upright for a moment. We're going to set up for a back bend here. A camel pose. So sitting up on your knees, standing up on your knees, and walking your knees out slightly so that we're hips width distant in the knees. And looking back at your toes, you can tuck them under, bringing your heels closer to your body, or keeping the tops of the feet on the ground, whatever works best for your body. If you have sensitive knees, you might want to tuck your toes under to support your knees slightly here. And just finding a comfortable place here, stacking your hips over your knees, and sort of starting to find that Tadasana in the body, engaging the abdomen, lower ribs and hip bones, reaching towards each other, broaden across the collarbones, maybe bringing your hands to your back jean pockets, fingertips facing down, wrapping those elbows towards each other behind you, pressing your hips forward as you start to bring your chest up to the sky. Leaning back here any amount. Inhaling your chest to the sky. Holding here, or if you'd like to release your hands from your back, maybe grab onto the ankles of your feet. Here, reaching the chest up, pressing those hips forward still. Inhaling, exhaling, engage those abdominal muscles, and coming back up, right. Both hands at the same time, release from your feet. Go ahead and sit your hips back to your heels. Re-find your breath. Inhaling deeply, and exhaling fully. I always get a little bit lightheaded after that pose. So take as much time as you need it here. Especially with the air quality here being very unhealthy. I feel like I'm not able to fully oxygenate my blood. Whenever you're ready, or you can stay here. We're going to do that again. Maybe coming up right on your knees. Pressing your hips forward as you engage through the abdomen to support your lower back here. Maybe bring your hands to your back jean pockets, reaching those elbows together, keeping your lower body where it is tight and engaged to support your low back. Start to broaden across the chest and engage, starting the back bend from the upper back. See if you can keep your hips where they are, shifting forward as you bring your sternum to the sky. Maybe start to look back, and then you can start to engage the rest of the body. Bringing your hands to your feet if you'd like. Keeping your hips reaching forward. Maybe let your head fall back if you like that if that's okay with your neck. Big belly inhales, expanding through that belly. Hips forward. Exhale, let gravity help you here. Last inhale here. Exhale. On your next inhale, look up. Inhale, use your abdominals. Bring both hands off your feet at the same time. Go ahead and sit your hips back to your heels. Sitting upright. And then shifting your hips over the side, bringing your feet in front of you to a Sukhasana pose. We're just going to do a gentle twist here. Inhaling both arms out and up. Exhale, turn your chest over to the left. And then maybe bring that right hand to your left knee, that left hand behind you, just on the fingertips. Inhaling your chest, broadening across that chest, and exhale, twist. Then inhale, arms up overhead. Look over to the right. Inhale, broaden that chest over to the right before you bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand back behind you. Inhale, long spine, lengthen through the top of your head. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms up, torso through the center, and release your hands to your sides. Bring your feet straight, your legs straight and long up in front of you, feet flexed back towards your face. Feet together if you can, making sure that you're sitting upright, planting your hands by your hips, and see if you can't sit up taller, stacking those shoulders above your hips as you press your hands into the ground and release those shoulders away from your ears for your Dandasana stack pose. So we start to wake up the hamstrings. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hold. Go ahead and release your hands. Bring your right knee towards your chest, and then let it fall out to the right, bringing the sole of your right foot into your left inner thigh, or anywhere along the leg. Flexing that left foot towards your face, shift your torso over that left long leg and start to broaden your chest over that leg. You can stay here or with a long spine start to fold over that left leg, any amount. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, then exhale, fold. If you're ready, go ahead and grab the foot. Inhale, try to make both shoulders equidistant from your left leg. Fold deeper here with a long spine. And inhale, chest up, torso up. Bring your hands back towards your hips. Bring that right knee up to the sky, planting the sole of the foot on the opposite side of your left leg. Bring it to the outer leg here, keeping this leg straight and long in front of you, or bending it and planting the foot in line with your right hip. Either way, we're going to come to a deeper stretch. We're going to come to a deeper twist than we did before. This is not great to do if you're pregnant. FYI. Inhale, arms up overhead. Turning your torso over to the right, letting your right hand plant back behind you, and grabbing and wrapping your left arm around your right knee to see if you can't twist deeper. Marichyasana twist here. Inhaling, chest up, spine long. Exhaling, twist. Inhale, back through center. Bring your hands out in front of you. And we're going to do a fun little twisty to go to the other side. So bring both hands towards the left hip, reaching and your hips up to the sky as you plant both soles of the feet to the ground. Walk your hands over to that left foot and sit your butt back down with your feet in the opposite position they were before. The right heel towards your left hip, planting the sole of your left foot on the ground, keeping that left knee reaching up towards the sky. Elongate through the spine here, reach your arms overhead, arms in line with your ears. Turning your chest over towards the left, letting your left hand plant back behind you, reaching your right arm around your left knee, bringing it in towards your chest as you twist over to the left. Inhale the long spine here, and exhale, twist. Inhale back through center, release both hands to the ground. Untwisting your legs, bringing that right leg long and out in front of you. Bringing that left sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Centering your chest over that right leg. And broadening through the collarbones, reaching a long spine here, up, stabbing your shoulders over your hips before you hinge forward and out, walking your feet towards your hands towards your foot. Reaching along here, trying to center both shoulders above that right leg. Long spine hinging from the hips here. Maybe grabbing the foot if it's there for you. Inhaling, rolling across the chest. Exhaling to fold and let gravity help you here. And inhale, come upright. Bring that right foot in towards your left. Bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees out to the side for your Baddha or butterfly stretch. Interlacing your fingers and wrapping that around your feet and your toes so you can use the heels of your hands to press your feet in towards each other. Reaching your chest up, sitting up tall. And then if you'd like to hinge forward with a long spine, if your elbows are touching your legs, you can help press your knees out to the side. Doesn't matter where you are, it's just yoga. And all yoga is good yoga. Listening to yourself. Breathing in fully, deeply into the belly. Exhale, let it all go. Another breath in. Expand the chest, lengthen through the spine, the back. Hinge from those hips. Letting gravity help you. The next inhale, start to come back up, right. Bringing the knees together, soles of the feet on the ground, and start to come down to your back. Maybe bring your knees with you if you'd like to hug them into your chest. You hug them in, see if you can't keep the tailbone on the ground and really press your entire back body into the ground as you hug your knees into your chest. Maybe rocking side to side here. Maybe taking happy baby if you'd like. Reaching your hands on the inner knee, towards the inner knees, and reaching up towards your feet to the sky, grabbing your outer edges of the feet. Reaching the soles of your feet to the sky as you pull them down to the ground, reaching your knees to the ground, towards your armpits, maybe out further away from your body. Wherever you are, add some movement and play around. Don't be so serious. It's just yoga. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and release your feet to the ground. Stretching your legs out long. And letting everything go here. Closing your eyes. Grounding through the chest. And just letting your feet flop open, your arms flop to your sides. Inhaling full, deep, big belly breath in. Open the mouth and let it go. One more time like that. Inhale, full, deep, big belly, chest. Inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Release the control of your breath and let it just come naturally. Start focusing on releasing the rest of your muscles and relaxing your body. Releasing the muscles around your eyes, letting your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Releasing any tension in your shoulders and your arms. Releasing any tension in your hips and your legs. Letting your feet fall open. Releasing the work here. You can notice your breath. Relaxing for another moment. Any thoughts come through your mind, let them come. And see if you can't release them away. They'll come back when you need them. Finding the stillness in yourself in this crazy world. Inhale, deep breath as you start to move the fingers and toes. Let it go here. Nice inhale. Reaching those arms up over your head. Arms in line with your ears. Reaching through your entire body. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Maybe bringing your knees in towards your chest, rocking side to side. And over to one side. Using your hands to press up to a seat, keeping your eyes closed. Coming upright, crossing at the shins, if that's comfortable for you. Sitting upright, eyes closed. Bring your palms together, bring it into your heart. Thinking about having clear and respectful intentions to yourself and to the world around you. From my heart, I love and respect you. Or namaste. Thanks for tuning in this morning or whatever time you're watching it. It's such a privilege to be able to share yoga virtually. Good morning. And I'll put the information in the description below for donations. They're going to go towards conservation this week. As the world is burning, we need to conserve as much of it as we can, in my opinion. So I'll put it in the description below. Through Venmo, you can donate Eva-Lopez-58, and 60% of all donations will go towards charities and local businesses. So 10% will go to the Buckeye Tree Lodge for letting me use this wonderful space, and then 50% will go on to conservation this week. So thanks again for tuning in, and let me know if you have any suggestions for next week's sequence. Have a great day.